looking at my YouTube right now to confirm.
Let me know. I gotta do something before this starts. Just like before we start the stream, I gotta do something before we start.
Okay, give me 1 second. Channel lives. Oh, okay. We are technically not live yet because it did not do the live thing. Back. All right. I'm just gonna assume that's what it does.
So like we're live right now.
Welcome. We're live right now.
Okay. So we're gonna start this live stream with a challenge. This is a challenge that goes out to J. Cole in particular. J. Cole, if you can read this book within this year, I gotta give you some money central. I'll give you like 10 bands. If you can read a book this year, one book, just one. It could be any book. It could be this book. It could be this book. It could be this book. If you just read a book this year, I'll give you whatever you want, man. Just
we will stand Jay. You will become the official rapper of Cornbread too.
Yeah, exactly. I'll become a J. Cole fan. If J. Cole can read a book, one book. This could be like a Sesame Street book, a VeggieTales book. Just like a piece of literature. If you can read a piece of literature within the year, I'll become a J. Cole fan. I
did not ask to start the stream this way.
That's what I call it.
I did not ask to start the stream this way.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
I did not ask to start the stream this way because what I want you to tell me,
nigga, read a book, bro.
What's the last thing Kendrick read? Tell me about your Kendrick book club. Let me know.
I guarantee you, Kendrick has read.
No, because we need to talk about this first, right? Kendrick and Cole are the same nigga.
Except Kendrick,
that is why they are friends.
Except Kendrick is
the
smart
only
enough
thing is that he's better with the pen.
Nah,
he is just a little bit more reserved. Honestly, he's just not light skinned, but like. Cole and Kendrick are the same people,
that's the
right? They rap about the same things. They have the same radical figures.
Got a white mom. That's the difference. That's the difference.
We're already demonetized.
That's why in the industry doing calisthenics, listening to like old school music. That's why, because he got a white. Yeah.
So let me jump back in because Color Mind hit us with the conversation around why we see J. Cole is born before we went live. And I was basically saying, to me, it's just old, me being old. I don't understand why young people think J. Cole is boring. And you made the comment that Common, I think you forget how old Common is and how old I am, I guess. It's like, video coming up, I talk about Kid and Play in like the mid 80s. And like until like the mid 90s, hip hop was so new and weird in the Wild Wild West that nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. So Common low key was like the first pure, not the first, right? Because he might have been the first conscious rapper. Bill, am I tripping?
I mean, so what do we call Grandmaster Flash? Is my question.
Common wasn't the first. Common might have been the first to
all right, Darth Vader.
It's Think Piece, I believe.
I call Quest.
Oh wait, pause for a second, Bill, because you sound.
It was you. I think there's an echo. Somebody is listening out loud.
Hold up. Is that better?
No,
not at all.
You sound like you're talking through a fan.
Off, and then I'm
you got laryngitis, my dude.
I'm going on the computer real quick. Hold me a second.
All right, we'll get back to you. In the meantime, hello, welcome to Tone and Ink, where we talk about things and other shit. This is the first video of the first stream of my second channel where we just gonna be talking shit more casually. I could talk about music and not have to worry so much about being correct about everything. I'm here joined today by what I'm very happy to call my community. Think Peace Tribe, Babilla, and of course the very esteemed wealthy YouTuber King, FD Signifier.
I gotta get my
costume. No one is seeing. Everybody's, I guess, gonna see this when I clip this and put up the edited version because I have not let the world know I have the king in my stream. But I guess let's take a step back. We did start very immediate res with nothing. No. But like what we're here to talk about today is that at 5 o'clock in the morning, or I guess before that, I don't even know, in the middle of the night.
It was like 12. It was like 12. Like yeah.
Right. Much like stock prices, suddenly it went down. And Jermaine Cole, CEO and founder of Dreamville, off-cited as one of the big three of the current rap generation, surprise released we're going to talk about what it is, but he released a body of work called Might Delete This, and everyone had totally normal, very measured, reasonable, understandable takes about it, and honestly, I'm just here to say how proud I am of everybody for being so responsible. No, but there was, at the end of it, a response to Kendrick Lamar's Like That verse on Metro Boomin and Future's I Don't Trust You. So we want to get into all that because I don't get into a lot of drama, but I know hip hop, and this is the only hip hop drama I find interesting because I think we are facing an existential crisis, but that means we gotta talk about it a little bit. Also, Lil Bill is also here. Are you set up yet?
Bill, you there?
Not yet.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question is, let's just go to straight general reactions about the album. Starting with Mabilla, because I think. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go first because I think amongst the people who are here, I am like the most surface level knowledge whenever it comes to like.
All right, y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, you sound good, but pause for a second.
All right.
So like I'm definitely like the most surface level knowledge person probably in this group whenever it comes to like talking about like a lot of this. So I can give like my first like musical impressions because a lot of the times whenever I'm listening to shit, it takes me a couple times to be able to like actually read into this stuff. Like when I realized that like people on the internet were actually talking about it, I had to pull up the lyrics and actively like read them while I was listening just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. But on first impressions, I think it was fun. I had a fun time. Like, especially from the beginning, like the first like 4 tracks, I was like, 4 or 5, like we're having a good time. Like I could see myself driving in the suburbs with my windows down wearing fucking shorts. Like, like this, this seems like this is a good time.
And that's the problem.
Wait. I have someone on my side. Okay, great. Oh, excellent.
Okay. My last big point that I want to make, my last 2 big points that I think I want to make, which we're obviously gonna get to like the verse and 7-minute drill at some point in this conversation because this is like that's like the main like response song in this like whatever this is. But to talk about HYB real quick, if we're gonna talk about like people taking like a style that's like kind of like popular in like the zeitgeist and like trying to do their own version of it, I just have to say, and I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with me, J. Cole's version of attempting to do UK rap was so much better than the shit Drake did I don't know how many months ago because I couldn't even listen to that shit. I couldn't even listen to it. It
might be the only Drake song where I skipped the Drake portion to get to the other feature.
Yeah. Exactly. And why was that shit so long? Why did he rap for so long in that song? Yes, Drake is catching strays when we're talking about J. Cole. But
he catching more than strays. He's the point. We gonna get there.
Okay. Word. And I think generally, I feel like this is the point that a lot of people are gonna like the sentiment a lot of people are gonna share. If you're gonna do like a response to someone calling you out, especially in the way that Kendrick did it, you cannot come with this energy because this shit was shot. Oh my god, this shit was soft as hell. That's all I was gonna say. Those are my main takes.
Okay, And you know
I'm sure
what?
everyone else
I
has
actually
things.
love that that's where you ended it, because I would like to ask people what is rap beef? Is there an etiquette to rap beef that some people may not know of? Because when I hear this soft comment, right, I feel like we're losing the fact that like when beefs were more popular, or really what I'm talking about, the competitive nature of rap was more prevalent. It's like you send out a subliminal, then you send out a warning shot, then you don't ramp up and just spray all your shells immediately until like we're really on that time.
I disagree.
J. Cole was not explicitly, like, we have to remember, like that is not about J. Cole, which is also why he doesn't really want to do it. And I'm gonna get to why I personally think, y'all might call me crazy, but it's my channel, why I think he responded. But it's really about Drake. So it's like him, like, what is the point of J. Cole fumbling a loss to talk about Kendrick, who is ostensibly his friend, and also, yes, it's pretty hard to like poke holes into. Like, what's the point of trying to dig for all that dirt? All J. Cole had to do from his position was really just say, I approve of this. I'll shoot back.
But he didn't do that. That's the problem. The problem is J. Cole, it was a half measure. The second half of the verse, he spends more time. Both of the verses is one half taking shots at Kendrick, one half complaining that he's even bothering to do this. And it's either both or neither. I'm sorry, it's either one or neither.
One for neither.
Either or. I'm sorry. It's either or. And what makes it so worse is that the shots he took were bad, and his explanation for not wanting to bother made sense and were good. And so if he'd have just chose to do that, if he'd have just made a track explaining, he could have made a track not too dissimilar to what he did with Lil Pump. Because half of the Lil Pump diss wasn't really a diss on
False
Lil
Prophet.
Pump. Whatever that was.
False Prophet.
That wasn't really all that like vicious a diss for Lil Pump. It was giving Lil Pump advice, and then at the end being like, you're gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. That was the meanest thing he said that whole track. So he could have said that he could have been like, rap. He could have made a commentary on the rap game, a commentary on him, Kendrick and Drake, and the concept of a big three, why he's not interested, why he's more interested in doing other things, and then called it a day. Instead, he said T-Pap was boring. And then said Kendrick had 4 albums in 12 years when Kendrick has like at least 6.
Same amount of albums that he has about in the last 10 years. So
right. What are we talking about?
Like, what?
We gonna get to the To Pimp a Butterfly is boring, because you know what? That means y'all can empathize with me. Yeah, y'all can the two, my age mates can empathize with me when I'm saying I don't like how I can't understand. I didn't know everybody thought Drake was boring. I was shocked, flabbergasted, bamboozled that I blocked out of my mind. There were so many niggas that like made part of their personality not to like To Pimp a Butterfly, because like I was like, nah, I thought we were all like, that's pretty good. It's like black and stuff, right? And then I was like,
that's only internet. That's you have never seen anyone.
But yeah, it was on the internet back then too.
No one says this in real life. This is all internet shit.
But what I'm saying, To Pimp a Butterfly, if we
online can all the niggas that think To Pimp a Butterfly is boring are like ADOS and FBA and divestors.
Exactly.
Like, they only exist here.
No one has this opinion. No one. Like, no.
But then what I'd like to push further is that if To Pimp a Butterfly obviously isn't boring and it was very transformative, what's up with the reaction with For Your Eyes Only? A very equally dense and emotional and like it,
I get you.
Reflective.
I am
like reflective concept album, and like that is like for me that it really is his magnum opus. I know everybody loves 2014 more, but I'm like, no, he really hit his artistic stride with that, and that's why it doesn't even break my heart. It just confuses me that like that is the general reaction then, because and they say the same thing. That album is boring. Why he folding clothes? She Mine Part 1 and 2. Like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, that's what I'm getting at. What I'm like, they are the same person. Kendrick trying to fold close too, but y'all just let him ride because he said, oh, because he gave y'all a protest album, a protest anthem, which like fair.
I think for y'all only is amazing.
The thing is, look, the thing is that the bar wasn't even accurate because he tried to. This is when I had.
It's rap. When do we care about accuracy?
What do you mean?
It's not accurate. All right, so remember.
Let Bill finish.
Remember when
I'm gonna let Bill go and then think you can go too. I know you're trying to get in.
Remember when we gave y'all the deep lore behind Takeover, right? And the bar about that's a one hot album every 10-year average. So Drake, it would have worked, making a rep. The Takeover reference would have worked, saying, your first joint was a classic. The something about the first was a classic. The third was the most recent one was tragic. Second one was I forgot how he put it.
Second one,
basically he was taking shots at TPAB again. Right. When GKMC ain't even the first album, Section 80 is. So it's not even accurate. Yeah. So he just fumbled so.
It was half-hearted.
It was half-hearted.
I get that is me. Sorry.
And then I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna shut up. Is how you going to say TPAB is boring? How you going to say Mr. Morale is boring? And you just did an album with a nigga who dropped Certified Lover Boy, For All the Dogs, Honestly Never Mind in like 3 years. But TPAB is boring. Hey, nigga, shut up!
But that's what I mean.
Let think piece going. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I will say this. First reaction to the album. It was 12 a.m. I listened to the album. First 30 seconds, I hear a Rick and Morty bar. I pause. I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be some hot ass. It wasn't hot ass. Okay. Oh, okay. Here was it. It wasn't hot ass. I'll give you that. But this is more like. It's fine for a SoundCloud exclusive. It's fine for a mixtape. As an album in your catalog, in your discography, might delete later. No, delete it right now. Delete it now. Take it off Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, whatever the fuck. Take it off. Take it off. Right? Okay. Yeah. It just. No. No. Like.
You know what? No. If we still talking about the album, I need you to. I want to hear a little bit more particulars about why I can agree with you that I'd rather this be a mixtape. But you saying delete this whole body right now?
Delete it.
I need more than vibes.
No. Okay. Because as a diss. Because he was actually dissing Kendrick on the whole project. Right? Okay.
I thought there was some Drake diss in there too, but that's my conspiracy.
I say it because some of the bars on there were like they were so half-hearted. Like this man said A B C D E F G H I J K M N O P. I was a little person in the classroom asking Mr. L, what is that? Bro. What is that's not a bar. That's not a bar.
Laughed. I laughed. No. I was sitting there, I thought about it.
I'm not even done.
Bella, come back. No, come on. Like, if you can't have Black Boy Joy at that moment, what the mama said?
Why are you transvestigating? What are you doing? You're dropping transphobic bars in big 2024. We don't want to hear this shit. Mr. Dave Chappelle, okay, I guess. We
don't want to hear the transphobic bars.
And then, okay, like fucking 7-minute drill. This man just dropped the most inaccurate shit, and then you went after his catalog. The one thing that's like the most universally agreed upon fact about Kendrick is that his catalog is fucking great. And like, okay.
Well, happy internet.
No. Okay. Hold on. Because when you said his second album put niggas to sleep, but niggas gassed it. First of all, J. Cole trying to do his fucking revisionist history shit where he's acting like niggas haven't been hitting him with them allegations for years. They've been doing this with you, Cole. They have not been doing this with Kendrick. No one has said this about Kendrick until like Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper.
No,
but that's
niggas,
recent.
Niggas that live in the future say Kendrick is boring.
No, it was literally a Tumblr trend to fucking post a picture of yourself sleeping to fucking For Your Eyes Only and like other J. Cole songs. That was a whole Tumblr trend, bro. But the fucking Metro Boomin tweet, the fact that J. Cole fucking posted in 2009 that he was sleeping to his own work. Okay, bro, first of all, okay, that's like first thing. Second of all, bro. I mean, if you're talking about like second album from Kendrick, you're talking about either Good Kid, Mad City or To Purple Butterfly. And now you're not gonna sit up here and lie and that like either of those albums put niggas to sleep. No one's sleeping when Money Trees comes on. No one is sleeping when they hear these walls. So what are you talking about? That makes no sense. It's like inaccuracy upon inaccuracy on top of like the fucking weird bars in here. We're fucking transvestigating Kendrick. And we're not calling out, and we're not making fun of the fact that he's like 5'6". You could have done that instead of doing the fucking instead of claiming
he could have called him Yada.
I'm definitely not capping for that nigga at all. Oh, sorry, you got it.
I'm gonna finish up with this point. This is all Drake's fault. It's all Drake's fault because Cole, you see, as soon as Cole starts hanging out with Drake, as soon as he starts collabing with Drake more, we begin these subpar bars. We begin this fucking Rick and Morty bars to start. Why are we getting a Rick and Morty bar to start the album? Why is that the first thing I'm hearing? I should not be hearing that in 2024. If this was like 2016, sure, but 2024. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Okay, wait. Okay, no. Now, before we do that, I have to play a video. I have to play a video.
Oh my goodness.
Especially since we're talking about 7-minute drill, because like I feel like that context is important, right? Because Eve, like they brought up an old interview of Eve talking about what J. Cole used to do.
Old video of Eve.
Eve. That's his manager.
Ebro?
I thought you was talking about
Ebro.
Yeah.
Ebro.
I thought you was talking about Eve.
Let me blow your mind.
Yeah.
Let me blow.
I can't see.
All I'm saying is, wake me up when niggas start calling people camels with dick sucking lips again. This ain't beef until I hear that again, because this is garbage.
All right. Let me
Pusha, please, Pusha. If
let me play this first.
Please, Pusha.
Wait, but y'all could hear it when I played it though, right?
I can't tell. I'm still.
Hold on.
I'm looking on the screen. All I see is your stream was still running, so I didn't hear anything. And I don't think we'll be able to see anything from here.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't see nothing. Okay, I see it, but I don't hear nothing.
Okay, never mind then. But like,
I see something now.
Eve, yeah, but y'all can't hear it, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. But Eve went on to talk about how like J. Cole does these 7-minute drills where like he got 7 minutes to make this song, right? And like in a more concrete way, I can definitely say that helps me set my framing for the 7-minute drill, for like where the half-heartedness comes from, like even what a flex it is, that like y'all can't say there's no bars in there whatsoever.
And he need to go back
that he can make that in 7 minutes.
But
and the fact that you can look at this entire, you can look at this entire.
Oh my!
You can see this entire. Might delete this later as another. It's not a warning shot. It was a warm up shot. Like, because we still got the fall off.
I don't want it.
So it's like at the end of the day, this was him practicing and going through all these different. You know, he finally let go of the reins. He let conductor. He let T minus. He let other people take the producer role, and his pen grew. Because I think no matter what you can say about the one track we all care about, this entire album, J. Cole is rapping better than he has rapped in at least 2 albums, and is rapping better and is rapping better than most rappers in the game right now.
We talk about practice.
Yeah, there you go.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me jump in real quick.
You are veteran in the game.
You gotta feed.
Ain't no practice. Practice. What are we doing? What are we doing? We talking about some practice. Ain't no practice.
Listen.
Practice.
So, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can. We can.
So, I think So I think the explanation I have for what this is makes the most sense, which is these are old songs.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers do this. Like
Yeah,
Lupe dropped a turd a little while ago, like a couple years ago, and admitted that half the songs were from like lasers. You know what I'm saying? And he released them like 7 years later.
I was in college.
Right. In fact,
Wow.
a couple of albums ago, Drogus Wave, which was actually pretty good, but you could tell like the first 7 songs were like new songs, and then the last 7 songs were from like Lasers 4 or something. Like it was a completely different vibe on the album. So I think the Rick and Morty bar was probably written in 2017. I just said 3001. That sounds like an excerpt from For Your Eyes Only because it has a melody element that I recognize immediately from For Your Eyes Only. So like to me, it probably is that. I'm gonna pray that random transphobe bar was from like 2018 when folks was still kind of getting together. I would love to live in
It's just
that
so
reality.
out of place.
It's
Makes
because
no
it came out of nowhere for no reason.
It's supposed to be the socially conscious rapper.
Socially conscious rapper.
Wait, sorry to butt in real quick because I do want to, so we don't have to keep dancing around that thing. I had to listen to that shit because that's what I woke up and saw. People like taking that quote and being like transphobia, and I was like,
Written by
what the
Tom
fuck?
McDonald.
Why are we doing this again? Right. Then I was like, somebody photoshopped that. Like, and then I guess it's not photoshopped, but
no, it is. It
like,
is.
After listen, okay, thank God. After hearing it like for the 4th time, like it's still. You're right. It gotta be. Hopefully, it's either from a past time, but the way he uses it is so out of left field that the 4th time I heard it, I was like, oh. The only bad or the worst bad faith interpretation I can give is that he really thought he was trying to be on, like you said, Chappelle's side, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna," because he doesn't make fun. He basically
acknowledges your what they say preferred lived experience. He said lived experience or preferred whatever.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't even because he's not even using. He's using the whole trans thing as a metaphor for niggas acting bigger than they are, and that's what the punchline. He's really a pussy is. But he's using trans people to do that, and like that's transphobic.
What?
So I'm like, do you think you're Chappelle or some shit?
And y'all also gotta remember, this is also the conscious rapper that wrote No Role Model. So I mean, this is what we dealing with.
So, but no role models is appropriate for its time, right? Like that's the thing. Like I as an old person who has a shitty history over the course of my life, I am never going to come down too hard on shitty behavior that was normal in its time. And so when I hear no role models, like that was like, again, Lupe did a song called Bitch Bad. It was the most cringe song. But in the moment, people was like, yeah. Like everybody had, like they all have those moments. But like this is wishful, let's be clear. This is wishful thinking as a way to preserve the vision of Cole as a progressive, conscious rapper. Yeah. Because
I don't got that vision of Cole.
I don't either. Because I'm like, bro, okay. So like, the whole No Name shit happened. She literally went after you for that, and you still decided to write this shit. And okay, it's like okay, even if you do say like, okay, he wrote this in like the past, he didn't think to rewrite this shit at all. He just said,
he said release it.
Right. It's an unforced error.
He said, fuck it, it's good.
It's an unforced error.
It's good.
No Name is laughing right now somewhere in fucking Cali, laughing at your ass, bro. Okay, come on. Like
No Name. That's gonna be her first tweet in the last 2 years.
You still haven't read a book. You still haven't read shit. You really don't read, do you? You really don't read. That's wild, man. You really don't read a book.
Yeah, because the other thing is, if it was an isolated incident on this track, on this record, whatever this body work is, it wouldn't be so wild. But there's like 7 cancel culture bars throughout the whole album.
Yeah.
There's like so many cancel culture bars.
I didn't catch other ones.
There's like 1 in the first song, 2 or 3 in the second song. There's 1 in that bar. There's a ton of them.
Oh, you counted them
because it stands out to me. Because whenever I hear it, because y'all ain't there yet. I mean, no, you know what? Bill, you are. Because I know you said you got a homeboy that just became a cop. But like,
oh my God, don't remind me, please, Jesus Christ.
But like, as y'all get older, and some of the people you fucks with now,
he's not homeboy, by the way. He's an extended acquaintance. Get that correct. He's not my homeboy.
But as you get older, and some of your people that you fucks with now start getting conservative and shitty, you're gonna be like, when did this happen? How did this happen? Where did this come from? And so now my antenna is always up for reactionary nonsense. I got a frat brother, like one of my line brothers. He's posted women be wrong rage bait like 3 days in a row on Facebook. So I'm like, I gotta call him because I don't know what he's going through. I know he got divorced a little while ago. I don't know what's going on with his daughter, but he's found Andrew Tate, and I know how this story ends. So let me call this man before it gets too deep. So yeah, so somebody call J. Cole.
We might have to bring him in and like listen. The going on tour Aubrey shit. At first, I'm overly optimistic of my heroes. I will admit this. But now when I look at the breadcrumbs, Think Piece is right. He started messing with the. Everybody's been doing. I love this new tweet trend to like describe the big three, but like just in different metas. Like what was it? It was like Drake is Mortal Kombat. Like it's good. Everybody likes it, but it'll never grow. J. Cole is Street Fighter because it's like classic. But it don't call no
Kendrick is Tekken, ain't it? Kendrick is Tekken,
and Kendrick is Tekken. For reasons that I now forget. But in the same way, Drake is Bezos. Drake is Jeffrey Bezos, right? He is the king of anti-competition. He has figured out exactly how to please customers to a point where like he doesn't he kind of feels entitled to no animosity because like, bro, I blew you up, bro. I'm nice. Actually, bro, I'm sensitive.
Push back. Drake is Elon Musk.
I was about to say that.
Drake is Elon
I was about to say that. I was just there. I would say Drake is Elon.
Yeah, Drake is Elon.
Cole is Bezos.
Yeah.
And Kendrick is
Kobe
Gates.
Bezos.
Yeah. Because
I actually was gonna put Cole as Gates.
I feel like just because Gates is the least awful, it just makes sense to make that Kendrick.
I wanted to make to be fair, I wanted to make Kendrick like the Ben and Jerry CEOs, which I don't know are billionaires. Whatever a cool billionaire that is like, still in with the times.
The dude from Virgin Records, is he good?
Yeah,
is he as good as billionaires get? I don't know.
I don't know if he canceled him yet, honestly.
I mean, all bills. Yeah,
Kendrick can be George Soros since he be fake activist, fake protest hotel.
That's as close as we gonna get.
Israelite, whatever.
But there was and that's the other thing. There was so much so Kendrick is not like he don't got the L's on his resume that Drake has. I don't know if y'all watched the B-sides I did this morning. That I was like, I'm not even sending this to Babilla. We ain't doing no Nebula read. Let me get these coins real quick and rant about this shit at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I pointed out that like Kendrick doesn't have a lot of L's on his resume, especially in comparison to Drake, right? Yeah. So like he doesn't have a lot of ammunition to point at him. He's short. He's a hotep. He's kind of off kilter. He does weird voices. I don't know. Like
he watches cartoons.
He works out in the street. That was really funny. Like
the hotep burpees.
Hotep burpees.
Right.
That's a bar though.
Real talk.
A bar.
Real talk. Everybody knows a Kendrick in real life. That's the thing. Everybody knows a Kendrick, and you clown on him all that. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do is just clown on the short nigga that think the earth is flat at the barbershop and you will be straight. That's like say, yeah, I saw you were doing them hotep burpees and you about the size of Spud Webb and all. That's all you got to do. Just make fun of them. Like you ain't
what's interesting about that though?
Got to be that deep. You know what I mean?
The niggas that are hoteps, the niggas that do the prison burpees, the niggas that like we're talking about that Kendrick is, don't them niggas work at FedEx though?
They do.
Don't them niggas work at Amazon?
They're Amazon.
And ain't those the niggas that we say be listening to J Cole make music for? So I ask audience once again, what is the difference? Why is J. Cole boring and Kendrick isn't?
The difference is quality. Let me get in my.
For sure. I was literally.
Let me get in my CJ the X bag real quick. Let me get a.
Oh.
Let me get a
glass of wine.
Let me get my CJ
glass of wine. Glass of honey.
The difference is quality. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are in the same genre of hip hop. High concept, high effort, mainstream, conscious hip hop. The difference is J. Cole is a B+ player. He's a mid-carder that has been elevated to, he is through hard work and a dearth of true transcendent hip hop talent in this era. I'm sorry, young people, I just don't see it. I see great rappers. I don't see transcendent stars, right? He just was on the last era of hip hop stars as a concept. He was the second best person, but he is so far from Kendrick in terms of quality, star power, artistic vision, effort. And so because of that, it feels like they're incredibly different, but you are correct, they're not. But that gap in quality it's like it's like Transformers the movie, and then the blockbuster version of Transformers with a robot on the front. That is that.
And J. Cole is Triple H.
J. Cole is Triple H, and Kendrick is Angle. Not even The Rock. Kendrick is Angle without the Percocet problem.
Okay. And
I know you might have to go soon, Feek. So
musically,
Drake might be Kurt with the perks.
Yeah, he's Kurt with the perks.
Feek, I know you got to go soon, so I got one more important thing I want to talk about. Think piece, go. Please.
Musically, we saw the difference in Black Friday. Kendrick Lamar did a better job on the A Tale of Two Cities beat than J. Cole did. We saw the difference on that alone. Like the rapping style, the substance, the flow. I mean, the difference was seen there. That was it for me.
Kendrick rapped fast, yeah, for sure.
Fast, fast.
But I'm gonna give it to you because you're right. Kendrick did out rap. Like for me as a personal listener, he did out rap. I listened to his Two Cities more than I listened to J. Cole's All Right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry to be annoying. Pharrell produced All Right. Who produced A Tale of Two Cities?
I don't know.
It was J. Cole.
I didn't even know J. Cole was a producer. That makes so much sense now.
J. Cole solo produces most of his albums. When he went plat with no features on 2014 Forest Hill Drive, he self-produced that. He self-produced a featureless plat album, and then did the same thing.
Yeah, that's why he's second, because you stop doing that shit, J. Cole.
Yeah, he literally stopped.
Collaborate,
but Kendrick doesn't produce.
No,
That's why y'all think he's less than now, because he's given up that control, a journey for him, and he started to get his pen better. He has always been only using 50% of his brain to write, and the other half is getting Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning with Revenge of the Dreamers.
Yeah, but he should have been did that. That sounds like J. Cole.
Together by the time he's in his early 30s.
J. Cole.
What I'm saying is that it does say something, and we cannot bullshit ourselves if we're talking about legacy, and if we're just talking about big three, not big three rappers. We're talking big three, as you said, Feek, like hip hop stars. The fact that of all the three stars, there's only one that can actually make an album on their own. Only one of them can create.
But that's not an accolade, though.
I have a great point here. Take out Drake, take out J. Cole, replace it with Tyler the Creator. Then he should be in the big three. He should be in the big three.
Hey,
if anyone,
like
gonna be in the big
you ain't got to tell me.
Tyler the Creator in the big three. Put him in there, cause he self-produces his own stuff, makes all his own beats, makes all his own tracks, makes all of his clothes. Bro, he got it all. He is a superstar. J. Cole.
I'd love to kick out Drake for Tyler. I'd love that.
I mean,
all right. My fool here. Let me get this piece in real quick. Okay. I do not give J. Cole props for. Well, I do not think two things to be true at once. J. Cole writing, producing, etc. his own albums and them still being good is a feat.
Great.
He does not get extra points because he did the group project by himself, and the group project still wasn't as good as when all the smart kids collaborated and got together and turned in a better project. That's just the reality of the situation. There was a point in time, I never forget, when these white folks at Nebula was like, hey, FD, stop editing your own projects. You need to work with an editor that actually has skills to do X, Y, and Z shit. And I was like, nah, because my timing and like the pacing, It's like, no, they'll figure that out. Trust me. And like literally the gap between, go watch the first sports video I did, which is probably my best edited video ever, which is still trash in terms of editing. And then watch what Needless did the very next video with Black Boyhood, and watch them numbers go up from that point on. And between Needless, shout out to Needless and Zaxman and Babilla in the house. Babilla doing my next one in May. Check it out in the future. And help I've gotten from a lot of people in my circle to collaborate and make things better. I'm really good at certain things. And then certain things other people are better on. And even better when you take good, intelligent, artistic, talented people and you put them together and you just kind of smack them together like Evie and different stones, you're going to end up with some dope shit.
That's how we got to Purple Butterfly. Robert Glasper. I mean, Rhapsody. Like, that's how we did. Yeah.
Do you know why I love that you said that, Fee? Because this is the last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Is the fact that my whole thing about J. Cole before this, because I was already thinking about this point about J. Cole actually being like the actual most successful of the big three for a reason nobody seems to be thinking about, that also is directly connected to our bigger point about like where's hip hop going, why we feel like it's dying. You know what? J. Cole is the only one out of these three. He's the only one that has a successful record label. He is the only one that did what Jay-Z did. That did what we were growing.
He did it.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to throw a hole in there. I didn't even mean to hold his name.
Kendrick is doing it now.
Well, he's trying, right? But like but they've all at the same time. They've all been around the same time. Drake is too selfish. Kendrick maybe can't get it together, but ultimately, Cole is the only person who has taken upon himself to build his own platform and then go back and do the work of like, oh, I'm gonna water a garden, because we don't get Kaz. Like, I don't like Reason, but like I don't even think you bring Saba to a bigger stage. Definitely Earth Gang, without getting that Toni Morrison like lift from Cole. I think, and like the reason why I feel like hip hop is dying is because I grew up thinking that's supposed to be normal. Yeah. Like, yeah, of course, all my favorite rappers are supposed to start labels so that they can sign me. But like we don't do that anymore.
But no, let's be clear. So you're correct. But let's be clear. All your favorite rappers started labels because that was the only way to really get rich off the rap game, was to exploit other rappers. It was never about. That's why most people's labels are trash. And the people never came out with albums, including Jay-Z. Not only is J. Cole the only person to do,
including Drake. OVO? No, bro, who be dropping in OVO?
Yeah. Not only
sabotage.
Let me say this real quick,
Now you got to
Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna bounce. Not only is J. Cole the most successful of the big three to do this, he might be one of the most successful people to ever do this ever, like in the history of hip hop. I'm trying to think. Wu-Tang Clan had a couple of, but they also it was so many of them. It was kind of like impossible for them not to have some wins. G-Unit was trash. Eminem couldn't make it happen. Bill, you got anybody else I'm forgetting? I don't think anybody was more successful than Drake in actually finding and curating good artists under him. I'm not Drake.
No, because I'll say G-Unit had the potential to be something. They had the potential, but they had a bunch of.
I would say 50 tried harder than other niggas.
50 tried. Yeah, 50.
You could argue Young Money.
But that's about it.
I'll say Young Money, but I think that was like lightning in the bottle. Like, how do you get three of the greatest rappers of an era on one label all at the same time? And so last thing is, Kendrick will never happen. It'll never happen with Drake because you said Drake's too much ego, he's too selfish, you don't really care. Kendrick is, for lack of a way of better way to put it, Kendrick's like a genius. And the thing, my observation, I actually got this from my favorite kind of problematic sportscaster, Colin Cowherd. He made this great point about how
I feel that
geniuses can't teach other people or help other people be like them. It's just not possible because
Baby
like
Keem. Okay.
I don't get Baby
Yeah.
Keem. It don't work for
I
me.
We'll see where
get
Baby
it
Keem
either.
goes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
That last album, I was like, this is a lot of weird noises. Why are these 808s all over the place?
Sound like the Gorillas.
Like there were.
It sounds like it's for y'all. It sounds like it's for y'all.
909.
That's what it sounds like.
These old folks is hating. We're in a new era, new generation now.
I used to listen to the Gorillas. I'm telling you what it
I am a millennial.
It sounds like Primus if they rapped.
I will never forget hearing what was the song?
Cook it for Anti Black
girlfriend. What was the name of that?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Yeah. So don't get me
my
wrong.
girlfriend.
I like that song, but the first 10 times listening to it, I was like, why are all these 808s here?
Oh God!
Who
I
is
just turned
on
into
this
speak.
machine right now? Because it's like first it starts out like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, cool. Then like halfway through the chorus, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, nigga, chill.
It's a beat switch.
Keep the beat.
Nah, I know what it is. I know what it is for me, and that's why I was like, dang, I just turned to Feek. I got Future at home. I got Young Thug at home.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm about to hop off wrestling.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Yeah.
All right, thank both of you guys. We'll finish your thing. Thanks, Peace, for coming through.
Y'all will make it. Hip hop is not dead. It's just not as good as when I was young. Peace.
I'll say
And we
got that, and then I'm gonna be out.
the
The ladies got it.
sound effects. Exactly.
It ain't dead.
Like,
the ladies just got it. At least as far as mainstream, the ladies got it. All right, that's all I have.
ladies and the softies have it.
I love Familia.
Yo, Doechii, like, come on. All right, we're back to
the fucking Gorilla. Yeah, they got it. They got it right now.
Dang, okay, first of all, let's do some housekeeping. We talked for 45 minutes straight. That was good. Some more people have come in here since that happened. I know y'all just walked in on a barbershop ass conversation.
Exactly.
Niggas was yelling, screaming over one another. Let's see what's going on with the comments.
For real.
What's up, Chords? I feel like the Cole verse was better on Black Friday.
No.
You sure you won't say that, bro?
What?
Even I want to make clear.
Oh, no, come on.
I want to make clear at the end of the stream, now that I've gotten enough hate clicks by now, like, I think Kendrick Lamar is better. Like, Kendrick Lamar is obviously objectively, because he's a genius. In the same way, Feek, or really Colin Cowherd has a great metaphor in that way. In that, yeah, Kendrick is a genius, and he actually, ironically enough, works as a system player better than better than like leading a franchise. Yeah. Like, if you let Kendrick work and you give him all the sources that he needs, he will do exactly what he wanted to do, and his mind is great, so you're gonna like it. J. Cole is always, and maybe that's my projection onto him, has always, been kind of a B+ talent, but with incredible drive, and also like smart enough to try to provide value wherever he could. That's why he learned how to produce, right? And like, I think he always knew that like my rap is like, he said this during like his Friday Night Lights documentary or something like that. Like, people were really feeling the raps, but they were like, man, these beats are cold though, and that made him resentful, which is why like he like focused more on rapping, and that seems to be like a common pattern in his life, I guess. Like, he can produce, but like he can be boring sometimes. But this is all to say that, okay, wait. Yeah, last thing is that ultimately I think that has made him a better coach, because he's had to intentionally get better and like intentionally like figure out how to carve a space for himself. And his before all this happened, I always thought his purpose as part of the big three was not necessarily because he was the third best rapper, but I was like, he's the like third archetype we would want to see a rapper rise to in current hip hop, right? We have like pretty boy, sensitive fuck boy, debonair, a Ja Rule or whatever type bad boy in Drake, kind of. We have the poet proper of the original soul of hip hop with Kendrick, and then you got your 9 to 5 nigga. You have like, if you a regular nigga that just want to rap and make it, you often, if you're 15 years old, you're gonna look up to J. Cole because his story like makes sense in your life. And I think through that he's the most consistent out of all the three. That's why I'm like, it's closer than Kendrick just being, oh, he's a good rapper. Because don't play J. Cole's legacy. Like, J. Cole is way better than Drake and is a lot closer to Kendrick, but still far away. I started rambling and lost my point, but think Peace, what did you want to say?
Okay, so like earlier you were talking about like the fact that like, oh, people liked his beats more than his producing, and I hear so many excuses. Cause guess who didn't do this? Tyler the Creator never did this. Tyler the Creator heard
Who's beefing? Yes, he did.
No.
He beefed with DJ Khaled.
No. I'm saying Tyler the Creator never did this in the fact that he just stopped making beats or just focused on one, not the other. No, he got better with both. He said, "Fuck it, we gonna get better with both," and he did that shit. And he's doing it right now. His run is ridiculous. And that's what I'm saying.
That's facts. You moving goalposts because I definitely don't disagree with you.
I'm not moving.
But it sounds like you are. We can have an argument about you trying to replace Cole with Tyler because that is nonsensical.
I really want to.
You would rather keep Drake right now
That's
than
wild. That's wild.
Take Drake out. Take Drake out. Drake. Take him out of there. Take him out. No, he should have never. Why was he in there? He should have been taken out 2018. Honestly, take him out.
Hey, Cores has a good point. Explain Cherry Bomb.
Explain Cherry Bomb
because Cherry Bomb because
phase.
What?
Right, he was in the producer back. His whole thing is that he was very resentful that the people were like, oh, you make too much of the same beats, and he was like, no, I'm gonna be the best producer ever, and that's why Cherry Bomb sounds so weird because he says repeatedly that he wanted to prove he could make every genre. And let's be real, niggas hated Cherry Bomb until they released the instrumentals, and then he went back and be like, oh shit, he actually had bars. Now that I know that these instrumentals were supposed to be good, I saw that happen.
Yeah, but it's he got better with the raps though, and they got better with his whole production side. He got better. He didn't say I'm gonna drop one off for the other, and no, he said we're gonna get better with both, and he did that. J. Cole did not do this. That's fact. That's facts. That's factual. That's factual. He's trying to go back to it now. He dropped like a mini documentary for the fall off, and he literally said that in I'm trying to get back into producing because I haven't been focused on it for that long. You didn't, bro. If we're talking about top three,
tell me how much time Kendrick spends in Ableton. Tell me the Jag standard that Kendrick did.
Kendrick.
Because you know what you're saying though. Because you're really then saying that Logic should be big three.
Logic.
That's what you're saying.
Wait, stop.
You saying?
What are we saying?
It's Friday. He took the time to try to learn, and he definitely got equally improved. Menacing. He never improved that one more than the other. He never got good, but you're saying that it's worth the effort to get better at two things than just specialize in one. That's what you're saying. You're rewarding Tyler and saying okay.
Let me add at least.
He never claimed to be a producer though. That's the difference. He never claimed this.
So it sound like he's more useful. He's less useful than J. Cole.
No, because his bars aren't
that's what it sounds like.
Wait.
Let me at least push back on because
we gotta hear what Hero's saying.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
I at least wanted to add that since Tyler's more musically inclined and grew up playing piano and shit, I'm not surprised that he's probably the best producer, compared to Drake or Kendrick or even Cole, just because he's just naturally played more instruments than any of them niggas. So I feel musically wise, he'd be able to fucking put out a project that sounds better, at least beat wise, compared to anything Cole has done. And that's even the shit that Cole has done for Kendrick. I'm pretty sure Cole produced High Power. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did that. Yeah. So Cole is definitely a producer in his own right. But as far as bars are concerned, and how his producing might impact that, I mean, that nigga was making beats at the end of the day because getting beats are expensive. So you got to be able to hunker down and sit down in Ableton and figure that shit out. But at the end of the day, when it comes to if that's impacting your writing output, and then you're having all these other people fucking give you beats and shit, and you're still putting out mediocre bars. I don't know. That says a little bit more about Cole than it would about
when
Tyler.
we say these mediocre bars. I want us to set the standard. Are we right now saying that the bars on the entire album of Might Delete This Later is mediocre? or are we like adding the last 2 albums and mixtapes as mediocre?
The Austin,
That like
I have
that
a
like
J.
that
Cole
I
album
need to
in a
know about the
minute.
bars, because right now I'm talking about the bars on this project.
the bar.
And on this project, I'm only mostly talking about the diss track because I haven't finished listening to the project in its proper form. And like that's another thing too with this album so far. It like sounds like a J. Cole album, right? But like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of sticks out within the last like 3 that he's dropped because they've all kind of been just kind of the same measured album, you know, as far as like quality wise is concerned. Like he
exactly.
hasn't really
Yeah.
like expanded upon like honestly like niggas shat on For Your Eyes Only really, but like that was like the last. No, KOD was probably a little bit more high concept, but like
But that's the thing. I didn't want to cut you off and like finish the sentence there, but I feel like it is slightly disingenuous to be like he's put out the same quality each time and not recognize that he tried to actually do something different each time and came up with a mediocre product.
No, but
Like he tried to do something new each. Like KOD was him literally in the wake of the 6ix9ine shit, being like, okay, what if I really do try to get on these trap beats? And like, yeah, he made a mediocre ass trap album. That's what he learned. And then, so that now I want to check my work.
Collecting
what comes after that?
yeah,
the Midfinity Stones.
like we're not talking about like we're not
Infinity Stones as well.
we're not talking about pushing the envelope right now. Like what we need artists that push the envelope that are like part of Big Three. We don't need like people that are like, oh, he might have gotten better like a little bit here. He did it. No, we need you to push the fucking envelope, bro. Outkast, push the envelope, right? Like you had like a tribe, push the envelope. We need people that push the fucking. We don't need. Oh, you're making like a little bit of improvement here. No, nigga, you need to be pushing the shit with every single thing that you put out. If you really gonna be part of this fucking Big Three discussion, you really gonna be like you need to be doing the damn thing. Like
I do think ultimately what the issue is the fact that quality control everywhere else is so varied that it makes it hard to have this conversation. Because I hear you and like automatically I'm with you. Who was that?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I wanted to bring up because you were mentioning about 7 Minute Drill and like how he writes his songs and stuff, and like
Yeah.
not only does that sound like a super limiting fucking like writing style, like in general, like I feel like for a diss track or just any type of like, you know, what's it called? Fucking just like response in general.
It's a warm up prompt.
But like you use the whole album for a prompt, bro. This thing in an essay, but you can't warm up at the SAT, bro. You can't warm up at the ACT, bro.
I don't think there's the SAT because once again, he's not being like Kendrick does not have shots for him. He's literally just like,
whoa.
But like but why doesn't Kendrick have shots for Cole?
Why?
That's really what why would
because
he?
of what we just talked about the past hour, right?
I know,
like
but
they the same nigga, but they both enjoy, I believe, the spirit of rap. And so like they would be more than happy to be like, okay, yeah, this is boring. Nobody like there's no actual malice in here. I guess we might as well start going at each other. And what I will say is that like, yeah, I think because J. Cole is the person on his heels that had to respond, he like these would have been better bars if it was an actual battle rap like radio interview or something like that, like something that just felt a little bit more off the cuff and like casual. But that is the energy he was like is appropriate to give to the situation because I gotta see what Kendrick's going to do next.
This is not
because Kendrick didn't explode. Kendrick didn't explode me. He didn't talk about my mom. He didn't talk about my children. He didn't talk about my fans. Like he just said, it's not the big three. It's big me. And he insulted my coworker who also like I don't know if they friends yet like that for real. That nigga Cole could have needed the money for the tour.
But
right,
okay, but like if he didn't have ammo before, if he didn't have shots before, he most definitely got them now. He for sure.
No, and I know the J. Cole
stuff. What the fuck? Like okay, he go after so many things. The fact that he opened the album with that fucking Rick and Morty shit. The fact that he fucking going after Kendrick's catalog, even though they got like the same amount of albums released in the same amount of years. There's so much he could go after now to the point where like if Kendrick responds, it's probably gonna be some hard shit. Cause now, like, I mean, now you
and then guess what Cole gets to do? Come harder. That is what we as fans want. That's what I want to see.
Do what?
I want them to go at each other.
I'm not here for the practice, the warm up. What do we do? What? Practice?
It was a warm up shot, and it was still decent. I don't want to
hear no
going back to Think Piece point about like if you're gonna be a part of the big three, then you have to push the envelope. Cord does bring up something that I think a lot of people will push back on. Is pushing the envelope necessary? And that's where I started my random tangent before, where like the quality control makes it a hard conversation, because I guess I am talking about like what do I think a current big three, because we do have one. We're humans and we have put three people at the top. What should those three people be doing? And usually it's like they should be showing what rap is. And like that's why, to be fair, I don't think Outkast was ever actually in their era's big three.
Was there ever like a big three even back then? Like what? Like I mean,
most people would say Big Pun, Big L, and
I'm saying
most people divvy up the 90s a little bit. Like it really depends on the era.
Because I mean, you had like in the West, you had like Snoop, you had like Tupac, so like was there even like?
I gotta say, because how do you say Jay-Z pushes the envelope?
What you mean?
I mean, Jay in general.
You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z is clearly was a king of hip hop, but I don't know if I describe his legacy as pushing an envelope. But that shows that I don't know if I need it to be necessary for them to be like a radical changer in order to operate a certain era's like big three. I forgot the word I'm trying to use. Right? It's like it's not about like.
I guess the difference there would be like like Jay-Z never really got like stale in the way that like I'd say a Drake album like in 2024, that'll grow old.
Y'all hated Kingdom Come.
They did, but like that was after Black Album. That was after Reasonable Doubt. That was after Blueprints. Like 3 whole Blueprint albums. After what? Like if you're reading this is too late. That's when we start to kind of see the decline with Drake. And some people might even say before that, but
no.
I mean, Views was really good.
Views
like for what it went to do. Yeah.
No, I feel like just in regards to like standing out as far as like pushing the envelope is concerned, like I guess it's also just because of the landscape too, right? Because it's like a whole lot more of like Drake and Cole and Kendrick disciples rapping out there now than there were like people trying to sound like Jay and Nas and
because
all these other
if we lose J. Cole, we do lose rap. Like you do lose. Like if you snap J. Cole out of existence for the past and then trot out the last 10 years, if you retrot out the last 10 years, you don't get a Marlo, Kraft, you don't get Red Veil, you don't get Dreamville, you don't get Saba. Yeah, you don't get anybody in Dreamville for real, because that shit would be way too left of center, and there wouldn't be nearly enough people like exposed to it. So I'm making a very nuanced argument that says like J. Cole, which I feel condescending to say, but that J. Cole, he has like a special spot that might not be necessarily based on pure raw score talent, like pure MVP votes, but he does represent the culture in a more stable way than Kendrick does. Because he's rap, where I think Kendrick really is the soul of hip hop, like it growing from rap and through all other genres and expressions.
I get
I think that's just an opportunity for Cole to stay, because for someone who says he's in the big three, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think about just any big three, like just not even in hip hop, but just like in general, you're talking about titans that like stood against each other.
I feel like this is a way to just keep him in. like
we're giving him the formality. We're giving him the how the.
Yeah.
And that's always been like the crux of Cole, to be honest with you. Like as a Cole fan, I am familiar with that, with being like I don't have a more flashier reason to tell you that J. Cole is important besides the fact that I'm like, if you like rap, if you care about I'm not making a moral argument, but I'm like, if you really study rap shit, you're like, nah, J. Cole is from a long lineage that you wouldn't want to see extinguished because all of a sudden now it's too boring. Because like when you call J. Cole too boring, you are calling like, he's Tim Duncan. He's Tim Duncan.
No.
Tim Duncan
Yeah.
has the ring.
Hell.
J. Cole is Tim Duncan.
No.
Tim Duncan has the ring. J. Cole hasn't had the ring in a while.
No.
I mean, I don't know about Grammys, and we don't really care about Grammys, but I mean,
hold on.
No, when I talk about
This
rings, I'm talking
comparison is
about like
even
classic
worse.
albums. That's the comparison.
Hold on, wait. This comparison is even worse because Tim Duncan got rings in different eras, and we see that Cole can't do this. KOD, you can't really do it. So I mean,
not everybody's time all the time, man.
Like he really ain't Tim. He's not Tim Duncan. No.
That's crazy.
No.
Cole is the most consistent rapper out of all three of them.
Hell no.
He is the one that he consistently show he has I'll even put it in the way that he's come back. Out of all the three, like we wanted to look at them in past or superstar like when they reached superstardom and past. So I'm not even talking like when they were hungry and shit. Like he is the one that has gone out the most with the most goodwill. Those two things. To find other artists that he not only likes, that are not only different, but he's like, no, I do like where you're coming from. Not just like culture hopping, and not just being like, I'ma just do my own thing. Like he's the only one who sticks his neck out there to like try, like, and you see him trying to learn new flows. If where you're coming from is you're like, I don't like to see, or if you are a big three, then I shouldn't see you struggle. Like say that shit in the drafts, you should be only giving me the highest quality. I get you. That's subjective bar, and I get it. However, I still think it's not worth nothing to look at the discography of J. Cole and be like, have any other rapper done that shit? Has any other rapper like risked their career and came out as middling as J. Cole has? Because other rappers,
I mean, you can
when
say
Big
the
Sean
same
tried to
thing
do that
about
shit,
Drake.
when Wayne tried to do that shit,
like,
he flopped.
I mean, yeah, but like it's like you could say the same shit for Drake though, and it's like Drake don't be making good shit. No. Don't be making good shit.
That nigga dropped like 2 Afrobeat Caribbean inspired albums. You know what I'm saying?
Afrobeat,
He was going for
house
left.
music, like he's done the same shit, but
Bro dropped a
See chords.
stinker of a house album, and Drake still is trying to convince us that he was
Terrible. That somehow we just late to the party.
There.
But
you know what I'm saying? He's trying different things too.
Yeah, Kendrick tried different things and it worked because he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Y'all are acting like Damn was universally acclaimed out the gate just because it won a Pulitzer. Y'all really acting like there wasn't hella niggas that listened to Thug and Future that were like, I'm not listening to this conscious shit.
That was Twitter
right,
shit,
like
bro.
they existed.
That was Twitter shit again. All of this shit about
y'all acting like you go back to Mr. Morale. Don't make me do this. Don't make me hit this button, man.
No one says this in real life. No one says it's about Damn in real life. No one says it's about T-Pop in real life. No one says it's about Good Kid, Mad City in real life. No one says these things. No one's saying these things.
But you know what people also do in real life? They hit skip whenever Miss Morale come on. I tell you
and
that.
They hit skip on the offseason and on some of the songs on KOD.
No, there are some songs. Like the only time niggas will stumble on to Miss Morale is Purple Hearts and Count Me Out.
Okay, wait,
and those are fantastic songs.
Okay, wait. First off. Again, pushing the envelope because that was a fucking therapy album. But you look at all his other shit. What
was For Your Eyes Only? What was For Your Eyes Only? But y'all don't want to admit that like For Your Eyes Only had to come out for Kendrick to be able to get to us.
All right, no.
You got it.
And guess what? That's why we have videos of people sleeping in their cars when For Your Eyes Only is played in real life.
Wait, hold on.
Bro, let me play this video, bro. Because this what niggas think. This what niggas really. I'm gonna show you what niggas really think about To Pimp a Butterfly. Y'all, Bill, I think you was going.
No. Okay. Hold on. We're not gonna do this revisionist history where Streets didn't fuck with To Pimp a Butterfly. Niggas was literally using these shits as
I'm not saying majority of people.
Literally, streets was literally playing it in the streets, quite literally. This ain't even like, oh, maybe, literally. Niggas was playing these shits in the streets. Like, actually.
It was all right. And I'm with you. We all love To Pimp a Butterfly here. Like, I'm against the revision history, but I will be the brave soul that says, yes, I do remember on Twitter, but also when I was with my niggas playing 2K, when they was bumping Gunna. I mean, we just gonna call it Future for now. But when they were bumping Gucci, really what it was. And they was like, bro, like, this shit a little bit too deep. Like, I can't smoke to this. They was like, I can't ride to the whip. I can't function to this.
I heard Kendrick screaming. It was like, hell no.
Like, no, they couldn't turn up to this is what they were saying. And then and then Black Lives, and then we reframed. That's what happened. But like, let's not forget, because I was equally confused. Because like, I was like, oh, I didn't know there were some niggas who like they think rap is really just party shit, and like they only like rap that like is more vibey than like saying shit. But that's where that's why I feel like it's such a fucking old comment that Cole took, which is why it's so weird to try to use that as a thing, because I know nobody feels like that now. But yeah, Hotep. It's pretty known that like if you don't like Kendrick Lamar, it's not that you don't think he's a good rapper. You just think he's complicated. You just think he uses flowery language. And like them niggas is the niggas on Twitter.
No name. Like this is why it's so confusing me. This is not dialectical materialism. Oh, I'm using leftist theory.
Not the dialectic.
No, you overestimate what. You overestimate what people think they're capable of. Like, people will hear someone saying anything that is like remotely like thoughtful, and they'll be like, I don't even want to think about this shit.
I mean, people are
think peace. It's literally the meme. They're like, bro, I was kind of sad today. Like, it's literally that meme. As soon as that shit come on, but you split that shit with like, about to perk, nah, fade it. Then like, nigga, turn that shit up. And I'm not gonna shame nobody for that. I'm only saying that's the reality where we're at.
He said, "I'll shame him." No, wait, hold on. I gotta go.
Oh my god, where is it? Okay.
No problem. We can see.
I gotta head out.
I will say though, like.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna wrap. Can you stay for like 15 more minutes? We can wrap up at 9.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't even realize I was supposed to be somewhere at 8:30. And my ass is still sitting here in fucking shorts.
Color people time.
Damn.
So, gotta go. I have got to go get right. I have got to go.
Okay. Peace, bro. Okay.
If anything, this makes Cole's rankings of Kendrick's albums really weird. Because why is Damn Kendrick's prime? Like, I honestly just want to hear Cole's explanation for his organization of his.
I feel like it's a lazy correlation to like getting the white people award for it, right?
But like where was that? I needed that. You could have come up with that in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
7 minutes. Like, bro.
All I'm saying is
this is like an actual diss track you're putting out. You gotta put more effort in the fucking 7 minutes. We don't give a fuck about oh my gosh. J. Cole does a drill where he writes his songs. We don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga.
Respectfully.
We don't want that. We don't care about that. Honestly. I really want to say we do not care about the fucking technicality. Oh my goodness, he did this. It's so no.
And you're a Kendrick fan. You are a Kendrick rigor mortis.
He takes his time and we get good work.
Rigor mortis.
He takes his time and we get good shit. I don't want you rushing shit. That's why I feel like this album. It feels like again like old songs, but then like some of the fucking bars, this shit feels like rushed. And I'm like, what the this isn't like old Cole shit. So what the fuck are we doing now? Like we just rushing.
We've also never seen Cole in this position before either. Like, he's never really been. I mean, besides Lil Pump, he's never been in any actual real beef for real. He's had a few bars.
No, because like I mean, the No Name shit was like he got fucking.
Oh yeah, well
Hey,
no,
bro,
but that's even more indicative of
Oh
the
wait,
fact because
y'all
like
can hear
No
it?
Name's diss track that was a dissertation, goddamn, and like the best he could do was
Mm.
say, "Yeah, I don't read," but you know, I'd be thinking, what what kind of
Like he
response is
did just
that?
take the L. He was like,
He's like,
He
that set up
conceded.
the pattern. That set up the pattern for J. Cole by being a very passive person and being like, because by the way, he never really like he did, and I think it was a mistake as a rapper, like want to be in the big three. He was like, I don't want the competition. I feel like we're all cool. I like this guy. I like one of the guys. I'm okay with the other guys. And then now he's like, oh wait, I forgot about the kayfabe of rapping and like how it would be really fun to like be able to go at other people because that's a more entertaining rap topic than like my daughter was born. And so now, right, and now he's rapping back around and getting more used to being like, oh, I really am the best. And so I understand the cognitive dissonance to being like, you're really not like that, J. Cole. And I will give you that because that is unfortunate. But this is what niggas hear. A section of niggas hear when Timber Butterfly come on.
like literally a few months ago,
Not
you were
higher
saying,
alerted.
Wait, it literally was just going. Okay, yeah, we're good. No,
Now
Not
I'll
supposed to
definitely
be.
concede that a whole lot of people probably hear Kendrick and just see that because
I
just
guess,
it's not always gonna work with everybody,
I
and like
guess.
I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Morale either, but like I just maybe it's just my fault for expecting a little bit different from at least a response, right? Like at
Yeah,
the end
like
of the day,
I just
I'm
think
gonna
we're
call
not
it
done.
that.
the big three even exists because out of respect, like for like the craft and like recognizing these niggas have been at the top and like I don't know if the best you could come up with is like a really like weird trans bar and like Rick and Morty like
Man,
post
that's like,
Justin Roiland fucking leaving the show. Like, come on, man.
why did you
Come
open
on,
the
man.
album with the Rick and like opening that? That's
I had
nuts.
like
That's nuts,
I
man.
had no idea like
That's
Rick and
fucking
Morty was so activating, but like I'm not gonna defend the
It's
bar
not
because like
activating.
I don't like Rick and
It's
Morty.
just
It's a
in
bar.
2024. In
it's a
2024,
little
Rick and Morty
bro.
bars in 2024.
If he's
Oh
watching Rick
my,
and Morty, he should be watching Smiling Friends. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like come
You know what
on,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, exactly. Like, bro.
But we don't know it. But we don't know when that shit was written though. And ultimately, this is a mixtape. We never answered this question on screen, by the way, but like it's a mixtape.
Yeah,
Like clearly, like the fall off is coming, and therefore I'm not holding it to album standards. This is a good this is a good mixtape. This is something that like besides that one like
If anything,
unfortunately
it's a great way to
hold
capitalize.
on.
only thing that happened. Okay, wait, the true only thing that is a disappointment that is the L is that Kendrick got to have Metro Boomin make his diss track, and then Cole gets Conductor and T minus, and still makes, and the production is still mid just because of how like meh the first one is, and then how good like the Conductor half is. Yeah, I think I like the latter half more than I like the top half.
Yeah.
And so like I do think you can play Kendrick's more. Like I'm gonna work out the Kendrick shit, but it's a good
They
diss
gonna play
track.
that
But
in
the
the
other
club, man.
other 13 songs. Sorry, I hate the first three also. The ones where you guys were all like where all the bad raps are. I'm like, I didn't hear those, or like where all the cancel shit was. I didn't hear those because I skipped those shits. I did not like that intro at all. Also, but like what that shit, the one with Central C all the way down to fucking Trey the Truth. That
Yeah.
nigga is rapping his ass off. Like, and that's gotta be my boundary.
But like,
I won't say he's completely trash, like, because I haven't fully listened to the album. But just speaking as someone who's partaken in
Bro, just
the last
listen to the
few
album, and I
albums,
just want you to text me an apology. That's all
I
I
won't
ask.
apologize because the main thing this was all to capitalize on the fact that Kendrick just dropped his or future and Metro dropped this track last week, and it's already #1. Like, say this is all to like capitalize on that or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if these are some loose seeds that Cole's like, hey bro, I can really organize these real quick. You know what I'm saying? I got some Ari Lennox joints. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple here with that Central C is jamming. I can really just put all this out and like, I can put a couple of bars here, a couple of bars there, and then I guess I might spend 7 minutes before I actually drop the album. You know what I'm saying? And write some shit to Kendrick, just to kind of spice up the streets or whatever. If that's the angle he went for, I totally get it. But like, that doesn't necessarily make the music better. It just kind of brings more context as to why it sounds the way it does. Because I heard Mike Delete This, or I saw that Mike Delete This later was dropping, and I'm like, oh, this is a track. And seeing it as a whole album or a whole mixtape, I think it kind of like, I don't know, it like causes like a weird dissonance with like how people are even like treating like this whole thing to begin with, because Kendrick came in
to be
randomly
fair, it almost
on
seems like
somebody
cover.
else's album. Oh, it absolutely is cover, because like I can cover up all these good bars, you know what I'm saying, that I'm doing on 95% of the album, and on the last song give you exactly what you're asking for, but not really, just because I don't really care all that much for it. You know what I'm saying? And this project is to just make money for real, which is fine, if you want to make your money. But like, I wanted bars, and I was kind of disappointed hearing that song, man.
You go listen to the trade. You listen to Trader Truth. You go listen to BYD. You go listen to 3001. Like, you gonna get your bars. We got 8 minutes left.
Let me say I wanted bars, like, I guess in context to Kendrick in particular. Like, I at least wanted Cole to like be able to, like, if he's not trying to bar nobody up, then like, put your best foot forward as far as like what you're doing on the song.
And I respect that.
Rather
we got
than
8
having
minutes left.
the rest of the album. Rather than having the rest of the album. No, you're good.
Right. I wanted like, just like where like having this be part of your catalog. Like, bro, if you don't delete this later, if you do not delete this later when the fall off drops, I'm counting this as part of your catalog. Okay, and that's like that's like a stain on your shit, bro. That's a stain, bro. That shit is not. No.
We're gonna look back on this like 10 years from now,
and we're gonna be like, bro, what the hell was this shit?
Here's my final closing thought. I'm gonna tell you what is going to happen. I'm leaving up this stream since we didn't play the music, so we can come back. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen by the time we talk about this in less than 6 months. Kendrick is gonna drop. Drake is going to drop a response that is going to cause Kendrick to drop a response. I'm giving us a good berth.
Is Drake
somewhere in the next 6 months?
I don't think Drake gonna respond, bro. I don't think it.
Drake is gonna respond. I'm explaining after I give my vision. So Drake is going to respond, and Kendrick is going to respond. Kendrick is going to respond to Cole first. That is going to be a good record, not a great record, but it's going to be a good record, because everyone's already made fun of J. Cole, so there's only so much to sort of cleverly do. And like I said, Cole and Kendrick are equally private people. When Drake finally drops, it will be bad. It will be
Drake
really
is
really
the
bad.
true target. And that's honestly
right.
Why
He's the true target, and that's why he hasn't been doing, because he knows whatever he dropped will be bad, because it can't compare to whatever is in Kendrick's mind. So, but what's bad is that he's been holding off this inevitability for too long. So it's going to be the worst shit ever. It's gonna have a popular trap artist on it. It's gonna have the biggest producer in his camp. It's going to be another club hit that he will have someone write the hook for. After we see all of this and this gets exposed, like when J. Cole is going to hop in and be like, I always knew you were a faker. And he's going to bring up his interactions with Drake. And he's now going to turn from his mediocre bars towards Kendrick into a diss track on Drake. That will be everything you guys are asking for. And it will happen because he has now gotten the permission and the go ahead to actually spray bullets. And when you look back, you're gonna just be like, you know how we like didn't think Charged Up was all that good at first, and then Sweet 16 came out. You're like, oh, you know what? Actually, damn, Charged Up was pretty good. Now I think about it, and Sweet 16 is even better. That is what's gonna happen with Cole. This is the beginning of the battle. Because, and now let me get to the reason why I think Drake is going to respond, has to respond now, and I might have alluded to this earlier in the stream. It's because I think by Cole engaging in the beef when he didn't have to, and only giving a warning shot, he's not saying, I feel slighted by what Kendrick did. He's saying, hey, you're right. This is a thing that we should do as rappers. We should be talking about one another in this way. I'm down to do it this one time. I don't think we're gonna die. Like, I don't think we're actually going to be murdered. And Drake was not expecting that. That's why Drake liked J. Cole. He's passive and soft and like would just go with the flow. Now Drake has two people versus one. Either Drake loses his crown, which he would never do without a fight, right? Or he has to respond. So when Drake responds, that's when I'm like, everything, we get what we wanted. And at this point, if Drake doesn't have the most perfect thing, which is unfair to Drake, to be fair, but hey, if he doesn't have a perfect beat, I think we just move on from Drake. I think actually you can really start saying, hey, what's Tyler the Creator doing? Like you actually can start saying, we'll move him up into the big three.
Did we not move on from Drake though? Like after the Pusha beef, really? Did niggas not like move on with the like? Cause like I mean like around that time he was like dropping Scorpion and then he was dropping like just ass shit like after that. It's like did we not move on?
We might be done with Future, but the clubs aren't done with Future. I mean, sorry, we might be done with Drake, but like the clubs aren't done with Drake.
Yeah.
The mall isn't done with Drake. The pregame, like I saw somebody do it was the most infuriating tweet. They're like, I don't like, no matter what anybody says, Drake is still the safest option to play on the aux court. And I was like, I don't know when hip hop became about playing the safest thing. But you know, that matches well with the new bodegas and like the high rise luxury apartments. I guess I can see where that opinion was starting to come from. But that's ultimately the thing. I think like someone's trying to force an issue and saying like, this is one of the last times we'll be able to be like, nope, I'm pretty sure beef is supposed to happen here, and there's a halfway chance that like this is still play fighting, for lack of a better term. If this falls flat, I do think the next generation of rappers just don't have beef with one another. They don't engage in verbal entertaining beef with one another unless there's actually bad blood. And I think that's where my fear comes from, to like lose that, because I'm a kid that grew up on like 106 and Park and Freestyle Fridays and like Graduation versus like did I read 50 Cent? Whatever, 50 versus Jay, like during the Graduation battle, right? This idea that like that's a perfect example, right? They didn't have to make an adversarial relationship between themselves. Like that might have been marketing, that might have just been good ego, but like that was entertaining to us, and that felt like rap. I would not expect Taylor Swift to go at Ariana Grande in the same way. So if we lose that by not letting this shit grow, now we really lose hip hop in my mind. Now it's just like, yeah, everybody's making music, I guess. We all friends.
Yeah, which like does not need to be the case. Like, bro, we need this shit. And that's the thing. We're like getting it from the woman and the men. We have Megan fucking dissing all these niggas and fucking barely really diss fucking Nicki for real. And then Nicki did her whole shit. So like it's happening both sides now, which I really fuck with. Like it's like still happening. It's still happening.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's 9. Thank you guys so much. Think Peace and Hero, as well as Babilla, Little Bill, of course, Feek the Signifier, for doing this first episode of, wow, I did not name this shit. Empathy Hour. This will have a name eventually. Tile Talk. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, thank y'all for yapping with me about this. I had a lot of fun. I love talking about music with niggas that actually know what they're talking about and not just Twitter niggas. So I hope we can do this again. I'll give y'all a chance to shout out anything y'all working on one time for the people that see the recast.
When is the video gonna drop?
I'll probably have this edited by next week.
Okay. By the time this stream is out, my newest video.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm so lying. I'm not editing this. This is going up like as is as soon as this ends.
Okay, so
yeah.
By the end of this week, possibly on Sunday, my newest video, Gaslighting and White Supremacy, should be out on my channel, Think Peace Tribe, on YouTube and everywhere else. Yeah, so you should definitely watch that, so I can get paid and so you can get educated about some things, you know. But
hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man.
Like you know, help me get this money so I can pay for these textbooks and these supplies and food because I don't have a meal plan. So help me pay for these things. Yes, sir.
Patreon
Yes, sir.
immediately.
Yeah,
Hey man,
absolutely.
them no meal plan days. I do not miss those. I do not miss those. I'm pretty sure the channel will be in the description, whatever. But y'all check me out. You know what I'm saying? I dropped something not too long ago for like the first time in forever. So like, now y'all niggas say I don't upload no more. See y'all next year type shit. But yeah, thank you for having me, Color Mine. It was cool dropping it up with y'all. And next shit dropping maybe at the end of this month. I'm hoping for like an Earth Day thing. But we'll see. Because 420 is also like 2 days before that, so it might drop on 420. I'm trying to decide which day is better for this because it's actually an environmentally focused video, but we'll see. We'll see.
Niggas might be too high for video essays on that day, so dropping on Earth Day.
Me personally,
Me personally, off the edible, the video essay hit even. Like, you ever watch a CJ video like on a brownie?
Hey man,
like you finally understand what they're saying.
Hey, the newest one on Patreon, I've been watching. I've watched it like 10 times.
Oh my god, I keep putting it off because like
Why?
I need to watch that for you. I need to put that for you.
Fucking incredible.
Because it's 2.5 hours.
But
yeah, nah.
This nigga CJ is so fucking